church, we have chased folk away from the worship. We have run people away from a right relationship. We have been so heavenly minded that we have often and too often been no earthly good. And now God is going to gather his flock to himself again. The Good Shepherd is going to gather his sheep into the sheepfold. But we should hear clearly, and we should know of an assurity by now, after all of these months, that God is speaking very clearly. We should know under no uncertain terms that God is talking to every one of us. If you have a mind to think, if you have eyes to see, ears to hear, a heart to feel, if you are alive and blood is running warm through your veins, the Master is talking to each and every one of us. God is speaking to the pulpitarians and to the pew members alike. God is speaking to the choirs as well as to the ushers. God is speaking to the youth departments and to the senior saints ministries. God is speaking to the deacons and all of the deaconesses. God is talking to the churched and the unchurched the same, to the believer as well as the non-believer. God is talking to Jews and to Gentiles, to Christians and to non-Christians, and to the mamas, the papas, the sons, and the daughters that matriculate on these mundane shores. God is talking to everybody. He's speaking to the whole world, for the whole world is gripped by the terrors and the threats of this present pandemic uprising. You must have clean hands and the purity of heart. God is saying, my ways are much higher than your ways, and my thoughts are much higher than your thoughts. Turn from your wicked ways. Seek my face. Pray. Then I will hear from heaven. Then I will forgive the world's sins. And then will I heal the land. Saints of God, this land needs a healing. From Holland to Harlem, there needs to be a holy breakthrough. From Paris all the way down to Plaquemines Parish in Louisiana, there needs to be a healing from on heaven high. From Nova Scotia to the North Shore, there needs be a heavenly healing to take place all over the land. The Lord is our righteousness, and apart from him, there is none righteous, no, not one. We as a humanity are failing. We are failing we have gone and established our own righteousness. We call right wrong. We call wrong right. And we have reveled in debauchery and ratchetness. Some of the TV shows that we call our favorites are some of the most ungodly television programs ever produced in human history. Yet, we tune into these things and watch them religiously, talk about them around the water cooler, and we mediate over them in social media. We relish in things that God abhors and he calls unclean. Some of the most violent and ungodly things on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook, and other social mediums not only get high volume views, but they also get a myriad and a high volume of likes, along with shares. And sadly enough, there are some in humanity that go about trying to outdo some of the ungodliness that they have seen so that they too might have high views, high likes, high shares, and others may potentially copy and emulate the ungodliness that they have portrayed. Let's face it, saints. The Lord is not pleased. He is speaking quite clearly, but the question is, are we listening? Are we hearing the spoken word of the Lord?